Okay, hi everybody. I'm Siris Rivas, and I have two lovely hosts, my hosts here for some upcoming classes and events in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
I'm Sayler Shiningstar.
I'm Karla Johnston-Krase.
Hi.
Welcome.
And so we are going to chat about this amazing classes coming up, but really more than that, it's just the energy of asking and of being willing to receive something totally different and be a contribution to consciousness and change for yourself and for the world. And these lovely ladies, asked me, I guess it was a month ago now. Has it been only a month?
Yeah.
To create some classes with them, and we weren't really sure what was going to show up. And we're really excited about these things that are coming up, and even just the journey and process of creating together has been really, really fun. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah. My experience of working with cities and all the different things that come up and the changes and how different I'd be working with her, how different I am after working with her is my body feels lighter, my brain feels more ease. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so glad. It's so much fun creating with you. We had a blast creating a bars class and a bunch of body process classes in Austin. Gosh, 2 years ago now? A year and a half ago?
Has it been that long?
I know. It's kind of bananas. Well, we keep in touch, so it feels like it hasn't, it's constantly contributing. Those classes continue to contribute to us now. So yeah, I get that. And then Karla and I have been talking about kids and these videos and having these amazing conversations about kids and parenting and schools and using all these different energetic tools to have more ease with that. And so just been having so much fun with you, Karla. Thank you.
Yeah, same here. Just ease is what it's been. And it was, Sayler then moved to Durham at the same time that I was sort of having these conversations with Siris. So it's been fun to see these connections come together. And just those conversations were so inspiring. They weren't just about kids and parenting. They were just so much more. We started having conversations about life and business and all these other ways to create more ease. And so your classes that are coming here just really tapped into just sort of my own life and what's going on, and also, what I kept seeing in clients and with my own family. And so it's fun. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. So well, what was the
tell us?
Yeah. I was going to say,
that
like, instead of piddling around, maybe we should talk about the names of these classes a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we can go into a little bit more. We've been sitting and marinating and playing and flirting with the energies of these classes for about a month now. And so we're like, of course, right? You're psychic. Well, you are, and we're still going to tell you anyway. So we have a full day of intro to access consciousness classes, 2 different topics. The morning, it'll be who are you trying to save, fix, or help? And the afternoon, we have what is possible beyond the birds and the bees. And then
October 13th.
Yes, October 13th, a Saturday. And then Sunday, right afterwards, we have 2 body process classes, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. The first one in the morning is all about reversal of aging and olding. And the afternoon one is the elimination and eradication of order points locked into your body and into your life. And you might not think of it just hearing those titles, but they're super interconnected. And so you can pick 1, 2, 3, or all 4 classes, whatever lights you up, whatever your body's like, yes, that. But it started from a lot of us, all 3 of us for sure, and a lot of the people that we work with and interact with, choose a lot of professions and choose in general with family and with friends to be doing a lot of helping. To be coming from this space of wanting to fix and save and problem solve. And we realize over the course of our journeys, I'll just speak for myself, and I'd love for y'all to speak about your journeys as well. I realized that the more I didn't function from the point of view that anything needed to be fixed and anyone needed to be saved or helped, I was actually empowering people more. And I was actually I can send them the message and have their back in a very different way when I didn't already send them, project upon them and expect upon them that they needed my help. So what's shown up from that is I actually had to look at who I would be, what I would choose, what I'm aware of if I didn't have to save, help, or fix anyone or anything. And it's a continuous journey because it was such a big part of how I defined myself. Maybe y'all can relate.
No, not at all. Not at all. I've been an alternative in-home care provider. I was in the classroom with little kids for 13 years, and I'm about to go back in with parents and children. My enjoyable other has stuff that I'm always thinking I have to be there to take care of and go run upstairs so he doesn't have to get up and walk upstairs and blah, 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 blah. And my body's saying, what else is possible here? Greater ease, please.
And that's where the body processes come in, because when we start taking on a lot of things from other people, when we feel like we have to add their to-do list in our to-do list, when we're trying to fix them, save them, help them from themselves sometimes, not even from external things, like, but depending on who we're talking about and what we're talking about, we often lock all of that into our bodies. And it creates a lot of dis-ease, a lot of discomfort, a lot of pain and intensity and all kinds of ailments. And just in a lot of crunchiness and heaviness. And for me, I had a lot of chronic illness and chronic pain. That is not the case anymore, thank goodness. And a lot of what shifted that was me letting go of the definition and the role that I needed to do all of that for everybody else.
And one of the things I've become really aware of lately and asking questions about, what would be different if I didn't do these things, and how would I be different? And I'm realizing, I'm doing a lot of these things so that I have more value in our relationship, or in whatever relationship that is, doing more at the school, doing this, doing that. It's like, wow, if I really chose for me, what would I be doing?
Yeah, and what if choosing for you isn't choosing against anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the other big piece that I had to let go of. Because I was told, and it's this huge lie, I was raised that when I chose for me, I was being selfish, and I was actually choosing against the family and choosing against friends and choosing against all the children of the world that I was supposed to help and save as a speech language pathologist and learning behavioral specialist and feeding therapist and all these titles. And I was like, so I was doing a lot of proving. And so how many of us are proving that we're good and we're doing the right thing and we're a contribution to the world by all the things that we're choosing to do for other people and fix and save and help people with? Wow. So you see, the energy of that is really, really heavy. Maybe you might notice that in your body right now as you're listening to us. It's like it might be in your chest, in your back, your shoulders get tight. This is how we start perceiving that we're locking this stuff up in our bodies, that our bodies are telling us that something else is possible. Now, are we willing to choose what's possible beyond that heaviness and all those lies? That's the question.
Yeah.
So what's showing up for you, Karla, beyond this, now that you're choosing not necessarily to help and save everyone so much?
Yeah, it's so much lighter. And it's something that I think I've just always desired, but didn't exactly know how to get there. Like I didn't like the idea of helping because I could see how that was disempowering. But sometimes I just didn't know, I didn't have the tools to actually expand and do that and really see what it was like to empower people and not have that idea of needing to fix or help. And what I realized is that I had to let go of the idea that I needed help or needed to be fixed. And so the more I began to do that in my own life and living, as a health coach, as a parent, and I'm what's called a trauma-informed parent, and just all these roles, right, that have the heaviness of helping. Like once it was really in my own self-care, in my own work, in my own life as a parent. And, I have a partner with cancer and a mother with Alzheimer's, and like all these other ways that feeling pulled by the family and letting go, like just really caring for me and realizing like I can choose to seek help or to seek to add someone into my life, but not because there's something wrong with me or that it's really needed, or that I'm not enough without it. But how do I choose for me, and then choose who else or what else I could add into my life? And once I started doing that, it became clear to me how I can do that for my kids and be that space for my kids or my family or the community or my clients and anyone else and everyone else that I see, just dropping that, you know, and it's a constant thing. It's a practice. Like it just doesn't like, oh, I just never go out in the world and think that I'm helping or fixing anything. It is, it's constantly just sort of like reminding myself, and I think what was beautiful for me in my work is that I would hear other people and I could hear the lack in I could hear their desire for help, but what I could see, because I could then recognize it in me, I was able to see like, no, there's nothing broken or needs fixing. Like, how do we tap into you? And how do we, you know, and so that's that empowerment piece of just pulling in tools and practices that we can offer people. And then it's up to them to choose them or not. And then I'm not responsible for whether they choose it or not. And that's been, just so light and expansive, especially as a parent, but also in all the other relationships of my life. And those conversations with you, Siris, months ago, like I was going through a lot of that, and they were so expansive. So that again is just another reason, like, to bring this to Durham and bring it to North Carolina. And who else wants to have some fun with this? Because it could be a lot lighter. And I love the work that you have done in public schools and with teachers and with kids and parents. And you have such a broad, you know, experience of working with people.
And then we get to play with horses. So I
And
haven't gotten to facilitate classes with horses. And that's another new fun thing with these classes is we're actually going to have horses around and contributing their energy and their awareness to our bodies and to us. And animals are just, they're such a gift. And there's so many things that are a gift about them. And I'll let Sayler speak to this a little bit more if she'd like. But one of the things that is so amazing, and I'm so grateful that we're going to get to have the horses around, and that Sayler suggested this, is they don't have any judgment. They don't have any point of view about anything. And they certainly don't feel like they need to be fixed or helped or saved. And they don't think that you do either. So when you're around them, they remind you of what's actually true for you. They remind you that you are complete and whole and already that they're, and then it's just a matter of you asking more questions. And so we're actually going to be playing around with these tools, these access consciousness tools in these classes, so that you can pick and choose which tools, which classes, and which topics are of interest to you. And the horses will be additional co-facilitators with us to invite you into a new possibility for your life and for your body and for your family and for your kids and whoever else you'd like to come and bring along. Kids are welcome. The more, the merrier. That's one of our targets with these classes, is to really create a different possibility for the future, for kids and for families, for education, for learning, and for bodies.
Well, and the tools are so simple, and asking the questions, whether it's of our body, whether it's of the earth, whether it's of a horse, a family animal, whether it's of our child, teaching our children to ask questions other than why.
Yeah.
You know, to
questions that actually, you know, create more awareness and not just keep you stuck.
Yes. And they're simple. And as far as the horses, oh my gosh. I almost have no words for the gift they are to me, and the ease they mirror or show me when I'm in greater ease. They show me when I'm not in a place of being at peace and connected with myself and my body and enjoying life. And it's not that they do it in a dangerous way or a mean way, or they're just so you feel comfortable in your body, let's go for a walk. You don't feel comfortable in your body, maybe I'm not going with you. Maybe I'm just going to stand here until you breathe a little more and relax and go, oh, okay, yeah.
I love that. I'm so excited. That's one of the big parts that I'm looking forward to. There's so much I'm looking forward to with this weekend of classes with y'all, and getting to give you guys hugs in person. It's been too long since I've given you a hug, Sayler. And Karla, I haven't actually gotten to meet you in person yet, which feels like we have. So how does it get any better? So if you guys are interested, we're going to put the information under this video for these events. It's October 13th and 14th in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, at the main event stables, and we're gonna have a great time. We actually have a bit of a limited space, so please sign up as soon as possible. Let us know if you have any questions. We also have information about accommodations nearby and things like that, so we will get that information out there if you ask for it. But yes, what else is possible with all of these topics? Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you so much, Karla and Sayler, for asking for this and being the gift and the contribution that you are to me and to the world. So grateful.
And thank you to the horses for saying yes and pulling energy and saying bring them on.
They're so willing to contribute.
People to the barn.
And I'd love to add limited space, but beautiful space, and physical space in nature, and these horses, and the pond and the barn, and even the building in which the class will be held has lots of windows, so you just have this experience of being
There's
there.
No separation between you and the nature. I love it.
And not only are the horses there, but there's a dog there. Sometimes there's more. There are 3 kittens with the Lion King theme. There are 3 girls, but they have crazy names: Zazu, Timon, Pumbaa. There's a couple of goats. There's a new piggy. Mr. Pigglesworth is a young.
And who knows what other animals will show up.
Who knows what other.
Yeah.
My kids love going out there. So again, let's just say kids are welcome.
Yes.
And always welcome into any of the Access Consciousness classes. And this is fun.
Fun. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.